Yeah, we back. What's good, y'all? Come on in, come on in, come on in, come. Listen, this is promotion. And listen, don't blame me. I'm just getting in on the action. I love what's happening, Cassidy. What you're doing, TBL with the mega main event. Shout out to Eazy the Block Captain as well. Next weekend, it's going to be up, man. Everybody that is a battle rap fan is going to want to see the outcome of this battle. Damn, the Easy and Cassidy topic was my main and my lead topic to yesterday's stream. And then here we are again today. Why is that? It's a hot topic. It's an interesting topic. And every day there's more stuff that's happening that's piquing my interest. Now, I'll tell y'all, man, behind the scenes, I mean, you battlers know this, right? When things happen, when you guys say things, when you guys tweet stuff, when you guys do fuck shit or whatever, good, bad, the ugly, the rumors, the secrets, the blogger community is strong as shit, man. Y'all niggas can't do shit. I spoke to like 4 different bloggers today on the phone, all for different reasons. And about 15 minutes before I cut on the stream, I have a different blogger that said me, I ain't gonna say his name in case you know, he don't want to come off a certain way, maybe, but sent me something that I'm actually going to lend into this topic, which is a tweet related to Cassidy's promotion and a response from a battle rapper, which happened to be Loso. Okay. Now, mind you, I'm going to just go into this first. I have a whole topic that I want to address about this, and then we're going to get into the title. Cassidy's versus Eazy The Block Captain. What happens if you lose? Okay. When I say what happens if you lose, I want to get into the chapter of who has more to gain. Obviously, what happens if you lose. And there's a last one I'm going to leave until we get there. I ain't going to say it now. Okay. But like I said, let's do this tweet first. All right. Let me go on a small screen for y'all. What does this shit say? So shout out to Jay Schmo. Jay Schmo reviews, puts up what Cassidy says about outworking the battlers is 100% true. A lot of guys do a 3 interview, if that, and call it a day. Cass giving 1 hour plus interviews to ARP, Caps, 3 Letterman, etc., and prob more on the way. Face Off is already done. If people could do just half of that, would be night and day difference. And then Loso, who is a battle rapper, responds to that. That's not outworking. LOL. You're comparing a guy who pops out once every 2 years and getting 200K to battlers who don't earn a tenth of that in 12 months. You don't think battlers would be a press run if they got paid more, be on a press run? If we talk in ratio, this the least he can do. Okay. I wholeheartedly 1000% disagree with this tweet coming from a battle rapper. Just happens to be Loso. Okay. Now, before I go on all the reasons why I'm defending what Cassidy is doing, let's not have anybody out here, including Loso or anybody that believes this or agrees with this or would tweet something like this. ARP's just sticking up for his homie. If that was the case, I would be able to say, well, Loso, I don't know if this tweet right here is fueled because John John's your homie. All right. Maybe you could be sticking up for John John. Now, I don't know that to be true. I'm just saying, let's take the BS bias off the table. Let me just be a league owner and a fan in this take right here. Okay, people? When you mention money, I'm not saying you, Loso. I don't know. I don't know what's in your heart, but some people could think that that's hate a little bit. Nobody knows what Cassidy got paid. It's just that everybody knows that he's a high paid battle rapper. Okay. And he deserves to be. He's literally showing that right now. So the moment you mention his money, that's a little weird to me personally. You put once every 2 years. How crazy of an opener is that, Loso? Or anybody? It doesn't have to, anybody that believes. How crazy is an opener? So after the man battled Hitman Holla, I made some immediate moves to get him back on stage versus Charlie Clips. Okay. Things came around. The kitchen sink was allegedly thrown at him to battle Freeway. He signed his contract, right? How long did it even take for the battle to be officially canceled? And I don't even know if I've even ever heard URL say the battle is canceled. I heard interviews from Cassidy saying that it's done. It's done. I don't know what they doing. I saw him say that on Hip Hop Is Real. I don't even think I've ever heard URL come out and say that the battle's off. But let's say we were sitting for at least 6 months. It could have been longer than that, waiting to see what's going to happen with Cassidy and Freeway. After Cassidy and Freeway, there was another battle that was supposed to happen: Cassidy versus John, right? Didn't happen. Also, behind the scenes things that you guys don't know: how many times has Cassidy been engaged in negotiations and people didn't come up to the plate business wise? It's multiple leagues, even including me. I tried to get Cassidy in a full circle battle versus Big K, right? But the numbers is not something he's interested in doing right now because it's only a full circle battle. It's not a pay-per-view. So I want to say he's probably been offered or negotiation attempts like 4 or 5 times. Then he had 2 battles that fell out. One that 1000% is not his fault, and another one I'm not even going to get into, but between him and John. Okay. So this whole popping out once in every 2 years, and even if you remove that off of the table, how many times did Loaded Lux battle last year? How many times did Murder Mook battle last year? How many times did Loaded Lux and Murder Mook battle this year? The guys of that draw and that, how about Hitman? How many times did Hitman battle in the last 2 years? That level of draw power, that level of star power, that level of how much it costs to book these. Hitman says publicly all the time, he says, listen, I would love to run for champion of the year, but there's not enough leagues to get the bag up to make me be in contention, because the qualifications is like you must battle like 4 to 5 times for the year. Okay, a Mook, a Lux, a Cassidy, because of the money that's in battle rap, which we blame all of us for, not just Cassidy, but the lack of money that's involved in battle rap for all of us to earn a living on full time, right? It's not even enough to keep Mook, Lux, and Hitman, the biggest drawers in the game. Cassidy, they're 2-3 times, and some of them would love to battle too. If I walk up to Loaded Lux or Murder Mook 5 times a year and offer them the same $200,000 that you're talking here about Cassidy, all of them would battle 4 or 5 times a year. All of them for 200 a pop. So you got the price thing, okay? You have the price thing. You have the fact that he's tried to multiple times to battle in the last 2 years, and some things happened and some things didn't. Well, I already spoke about that, okay? Now let's talk about promotion. Anytime a league owner or a battle rapper speaks against one of the biggest sole promotional efforts, something is wrong in battle rap. Something is fucking wrong. And Loso, I'm not getting at you. I'm just using you right now to make a point, okay? This ain't personal. Something is wrong. I'm doing blogs on Cassidy and Hitman. Every blogger is covering it almost every day because it has traction. Eazy being there is not to be ignored, because Eazy is half of the battle. He's the opponent. He's the one with the narratives against him. I'm not taking nothing from Eazy, even though there's all this talk about him being quiet, okay? You got the league, TBL. Shout out to them for putting it together. They have a face-off that kicked off a lot of narratives and a lot of talk. Yes, but no battle rapper should look at Cassidy and think anything other than positive for what that man is out here doing. This man is literally, for the 4th quarter, they're outside of J Mills and Goods, carrying the energy at a high level of what our talent deserves. Loso, you are a great battle rapper. I wish that you can draw like those guys, because this is what I said multiple times, publicly as well as privately. I said, if there was 10 Hitmans or 10 Loaded Luxes or 10 Murder Mooks, this would be a multi-million-dollar industry. Why? Because of the draw power of people like that. The entire battle rap culture stopping and saying, I need to pay for that. I need to see that. That's something that Cassidy can do. That's something that he's doing right now. I don't give a fuck if you hate the guy. You're going to be tuned in next Saturday. You're going to be tuned in next Saturday. Some people can't even do let alone half, even 10% of what Cassidy is doing. It comes with star power. It comes with believability. It comes with being able to promote. It comes with draw. Everything is part of that. But how many times do we get classic or talented or some of the best rappers in the world can't sell 5 fucking tickets. You have a conversation with every league owner and talk about some of these star-studded, who we call stars, cards, where the fucking room don't got 50 people in it, where the room don't got 300 people in it. Loso, if you're a main event right now versus another battle rapper that is of the same draw as you, how many people can you fill? How many bloggers will follow your main event? How many people will talk about it on back-to-back days? If you're the main, even if you're paid triple what you get paid right now, what type of dust up? And Loso is multiplied by 90+% of the culture. The draw power isn't there. Now, are some of these people capable of doing it? Maybe, but maybe they lack the motivation. Why? Because they feel like they didn't get the $200,000. How do you think you get the $200,000? How do you think Cassidy got paid that? Because TBL believes what I give you is going to come back in some form or another, or at least close to. That's how these guys make those bags. Now, as far as how they navigated their careers, whether they come out once every other year, once a year, 5 times a year, that's on you as an artist, and who the decisions you decide to make, the contracts you decide to sign, the platforms you decide to work with, the opponents you decide to accept, the checks that you decide to accept, because that's a whole nother conversation of me saying the moment I work with a battle rapper and he takes a battle for $2,500, what's the odds of even 10 years from now of me paying him $50,000? He's not that level. There's not a single battle rapper I've ever met or paid or contracted that I paid $500 and then somewhere along the line I ended up paying them $20,000. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And we could talk about what people do outside of the ring as well. It's all part of what you did as an artist to create your draw. Some people go out and do shows like you do. Some people do music. Some people do blogs. Some people do content. Some people... Hitman right now just uploaded a over 100,000 view video of him fucking playing basketball. And I'm watching people in the 1v1 space that I know 99% of y'all don't know about covering that fucking basketball game because it's Hitman. Drawing even outside. So if you as a battle rapper did not find the ways to bring your bag up, your draw up, your star power up, let's not look at the guy and have anything that negative to say about the guy that actually did that could bring the pay-per-views into the fucking league. Because you want to know what my biggest pay-per-view was, right? Max Out Part 1. And I've been doing this shit for 10 plus years. I've had Loso on cards. I've had the biggest name. I had Mook on cards. I've had Hollow on cards. I've had Cassidy on cards. I've had Hitman on cards. My biggest pay-per-view is Max Out 1. And it's not a coincidence that Cassidy and Hitman is there. It's not a fucking coincidence. You know how many mid-tier level or even top tier related main events I did where motherfuckers didn't have 300 people in a building? You know how many main events I did where I saw the promo actually change the sales? Where I saw the promo actually change the pay-per-views coming in? This is like a no-brainer. What Cassidy is doing, he's feeding the bloggers. He's feeding the fans. He's feeding his opponent. Don't let Eazy the Block Captain have a pay-per-view deal with TBL. Because if he does, Cassidy's feeding him right now. He's making money off of Cassidy right now if he does. I just don't understand any battle rapper that downplays somebody going above and beyond to promote is ass backwards. And I don't know any league other than somebody that just wants to contradict me and hates me that would disagree. What league owner wouldn't want every battler to do what Cassidy is doing right now? Because if half the card would even make, I know that half the card doesn't have the draw power of Cassidy, but what if people are making the attempt? What if you can say, Monday, I just watched Cassidy on a live stream with ARP. Tuesday, I watched Cassidy on a live stream with Angry Fan. Wednesday, I watched Cassidy on a live stream with 3 Letter Man. Thursday, I watched them with Polo. Friday, I watched them call into a battle rap trap. Saturday, I watched him in a face-off. Sunday, motherfucker, do you realize, even if you're not a draw, if you promote like that, you will get paid more. Snake Eyes is not a big draw, but look how much respect he gets for his promotion. So you want to know what? He can bring that to the bargaining table. No battle rapper should ever approach a league and talk about what I'm really known for is posting the shit on my Instagram, maybe doing 1 or 2 interviews if I got called or if I got forced or I did it because it's in my contract on some more. I'm just here so I don't get fined type of shit. And then move the fuck on. Obviously, we got a million times where that happens year round, and it does what? It does what? If any battle rapper does what Cassidy is doing right now, yet they can't get at least the extra $1,000, $2,000 from the league, then you're working with the wrong league. You're working with the wrong league. The attitude is, let me show my power. Let me show my noisiness. Let me even Jag. I don't fuck with Jag. But one thing about Jag is he was so hype in battle rap. That motherfucker was everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, face-offs, calling around to people, talking to people, doing every platform. I got to give it to Jag. That's why other leagues were interested in him too, because he was a promoter. And guess whose footsteps Jag was following? Cassidy. Goat Gang. Incredible. Incredible, B. Part of my passion on something like this, but I've booked a million matchups where motherfuckers did shit. I booked matchups where motherfuckers swore up and down. Oh, I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. Got a deposit. I could have, you know how many battles I should have canceled for my contract? You know how many battles I should have canceled? I should have reneged on. I should have took money out of your back end for. You know how many battles I should have? Didn't dock niggas or whatever? Shit, I get to the point where I'm just like, gotta book Cassidy or Hitman or Mook or Lux to get that shit. Gotta book Snake Eyes or Rex if you really. That's it. Motherfuckers, it's pulling teeth out this bitch. And here we go, having a high-priced battle rapper, Cassidy, somebody who his name alone draws more ticket sales and more pay-per-view sales than 90+% of the people that would hate on him. Yet he still puts all of this energy into being in front of us and intriguing us. You know how many motherfuckers I got right now calling me, texting me, talking about, yo, I had Eazy clear. I'm confused now. AOP, what do you know? Did you hear Cassidy 3rd round, 2nd round? Hold on. I'm putting money on Cassidy. How does he do it? Promotion. One of the best promoters of all time. That's crazy to downplay what the man is doing right now. TBL is known just that fast for cutting a good bag. It's the least they can do for one of the biggest bags that they cut. Cassidy, somebody that's going to go out there and his track record is already that. Like, this is what people say all the time. Hell, we'll pay just for him and Rex's face off. Why? Who else do we say we'll pay just for a face off? Who else do we say that to? Nobody. That's insane. That's fucking insane, B. If you end up with a card with max promotion from all, just imagine seeing a card, people, where you didn't know where to turn. Bloggers, just imagine this. It's like a dream to us, which is sad. Just imagine a card where you got Cassidy, Eazy. Who else is on the card? Chilla, Rosenberg. Who else is on the card? Who else is on this fucking card? Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Hopefully nobody needs. I don't need to take a shot at nobody, right? Take over Battle League Twitter. Where the fuck is this? Where's their Twitter at? Who else is on this fucking card? TBL Media. Where's your full lineup? Where's this shit? Okay, TBL with all the posts. But I don't see the full card shit. Where's the full card? Where's the full card? Anyway, I saw a face off with a clip with Bill Collector Snake Eyes. They're on the card, right? Um, Cortez and somebody else. I saw a clip of a face off too. That's why I tweeted today. Shout out to TBL investing and the battlers getting in on the face off on Champion. It's all work. Whoever. But point being, imagine if all of those guys who don't have the draw power of Cassidy, but imagine them putting forth the effort like Cassidy. We wouldn't know what to do with ourselves. We wouldn't know what to do because the moment I would be ending that stream with Cassidy, Chilla would be on my stream. And the moment I hang up with Chilla, Rosenberg would be on my stream. And the moment I hang up with him or cut the stream off with him, Snake Eyes is on my stream. Cassidy is the guy that don't need to be asked or be told. He goes to the shit on his own. He's on his streams getting at caps talking about, nigga, I had to wake you up. Are you guys sick? Reading Cortez, yes. And no disrespect. I know some of these guys is actually promoting it outside. I know they are. I know that they are. But imagine if they all were just on their opponent's heels with like to the point where we're like, yo, this is a grudge match. Sometimes grudges are created after the booking. We're just like, damn, he's talking to him like this on 3 Letter Man? Damn, he just went up to battle rap fact shit and talk like this? He did a fucking untold truth with Chris. When did he find time to do that? He just hung up with ARP stream and he's talking about some you not from New York or something. We wouldn't know what to do. We wouldn't know what to do. And then that the views of everything, the covers, even when your battle drops, it'll have more anticipation because of the promo run and some people that bought into this shit. Jada Nightwing and A-Ward. Imagine everybody that's on this card was doing the same shit as Cassidy. Now imagine everybody on this card does the same thing as Cassidy, right? Whether they have that same amount of draw or not. And then they do that no matter the opponent and no matter the card. Battle rap really, like what dude tweeted was right. Battle rap, it would be night and day. Battle rap raises. We're talking about dead spots during this year. We have more big controversial topics than we do battles. At the end of the year, we're going to be talking about Lux versus Twerk, Hitman versus Mook, Cassidy versus Eazy, and sprinkle in whatever else. Not a bad thing. I'm pretty sure, once again, there was some fucking classics that happened. But then we wonder why we don't go outside the culture. There's a ceiling in this bitch. Look at our favorite bloggers. Look at the biggest bloggers. Some of them been blogging 10, 15 years. It's a fucking anomaly when they do more than 20, 25,000 views. That's what you call a ceiling in our niche culture. Those ceilings get broke the fuck through when everybody moves like Cassidy. When everybody does that. The energy, the noise, the social media engagement, the viral nature, the clips, the arguments, the grudges. They have no choice but to pay more attention to. I'm not trying to say that that's the savior. There's a lot of things that's fucked up with battle rap, but Jesus Christ, if we was attractive to the masses more, where they just like, that shit is so fucking compelling. I gotta wait for Cassidy's next booking to see a promo run like this. Some of these motherfuckers is way too cool for school. Way too cool for school. And nobody listened to this whole shit and try to sit on but I don't get paid like that. Well, maybe that's why you never got paid like that. And it's also a collective effort because it's the market 101. It's like a comp on your block. It's like the house you bought yours for 500 and the one next to it got sold for 700. The value of yours bumps up a little bit. It's a comp, a comparison. Okay? It's no different than looking at this TBL card and having a comparison because 30% of the battlers that's on this card are maybe on a different card and they all doing the same thing again. The comps of it, the market raises, and the leagues will have to adjust because you get to look out and not see 50 people there with a top 10 in the main event. You get to look out and say, all fucking 2025, every fucking arena has been packed everybody's doing 500 plus capacity venues. Everybody's selling out their tickets. Everybody's posting their flyers sold out. Everybody's spinning a block real fast. Sometimes you don't even got to be told success. You could smell the shit or see it. You want to know how you see it sometimes? How many leagues came out, did their card, and then went away for a fucking year or 8 months, or they're rebounding, or they took a L. They took a L. Let me do if every league does a card and they look out and the shit is sold out and everybody's there and people showed up on a pay-per-view and they made profit or at least went fucking even, they'd be back in a month and a half or 2 months. That's why when everybody was high on caffeine, it's because they didn't care whether they lost or not. Here's the money, here's the money, here's the money. You got the money, then you go. And you're gonna be here twice a month. What fucking idiots didn't know that that's the reason? Because the money is there. You could do that to any league if the money is there. It's all money based. Yo. And some of this passion also is because I'm like, fuck it. How ironic, ARP. You say fuck it after 26 minutes. You could have probably quit 10 minutes ago. Insane. Loso, that's not personal for you, man. I appreciate you being the catalyst for such a important battle rap topic. I mean, let me get to the title. Cassidy versus Eazy The Block Captain. What happens if you lose? Okay. So, a lot going on behind the scenes. I even noticed somebody put something in the chat that I have to ignore. It's my job to ignore. Interesting, some of the stuff that's going around. Rumors, truths, false shit. I'm not here to deny or confirm. But anyway, this absolutely is one of those battles where if you win or if you lose, it's a big deal. Okay. You're talking about money. You're talking about further bookings. You're talking about believability. Let's start here. What does each person have to gain? Cassidy, it's my guy. It'll be 1,000. When it comes to his 3 rounds being delivered on stage, and I hear some of his frustration even addressing this in his interviews, not enough people are believers yet. All right. Now you're talking about a pioneer. You're talking about somebody that got plaques on his wall, somebody that has swung through the industry and had garnered a lot of success. Hell, to this day, he's going out of the fucking country, performing some of his catalog. You know what I'm saying? But when it's time to get on that stage, he hasn't made the full culture a believer. That is a huge gain for Cassidy. Okay. Because if a league, if a company, if a business can look at Cassidy and say, I just watched that promo run. I just watched the turnout of TBL. I just watched the video hit YouTube and what it did. For example, similar to like talks of Bullpen using the Hitman and Cassidy battle to negotiate with, right? And say, look at Cassidy's numbers, right? You don't have to know TBL or speak to them to be on the outside looking in and see certain things that make you confident in the people that you give some of the credit to for the success of the situation. People would be able to look at his promo run, look at the turnout of this event, and then hear the 3 rounds and say, oh, he snapped. That would be big for Cassidy. His bag would be, I know what the guy asked for. He doesn't ask for chump change by fall, but he might be able to even raise it from there. And you want to know the dope thing about it. The understanding throughout the business, throughout the industry, throughout the leagues will be that if you want to get that money together to give it to him, it's coming back. It's not a gamble like most battle rap cards. that money's coming back. That's a huge gain for Cassidy. That's a lot of money. Because when you operate at a Lux or a Hitman or a Cassidy or Mook level and you get paid that type of money, unless you're stupid, you also got to remember that these wins, these performances, win or lose, is tied to the next big bag, some form or another. Sometimes it immediately even sets up the new bag. Ask Mook. You know, I'm the reason why he was put in the fucking bidding war. Same thing with Cassidy. You know, that performance, that promo run. Shit. How do you think the freeway offer and contract came about? The whole Hitman battle and run. So there's big money at play here. Cassidy has a lot to gain. His respect as a full all-out battle rap as far as how he delivers his rounds. That's a lot. Because he can't walk around saying I'm 5,001 for his complete legacy, right? He's got to have classic performances under his belt. And who better than another Philly native that you develop a grudge against that is looked at as one of the best battle rappers on the scene right now, and that they also place you as an underdog to? Y'all follow me? Cassidy has a lot to gain here. Eazy. What does Eazy have to gain? Eazy wants his respect too. He's already earned it in the battle rap streets as far as his performances, but his name has been getting played with for a minute. All right. For one reason or another, by other battle rappers, people that he used to work with, people that used to be associates, people that maybe were friends. Hell, I saw today that blogs going up, hey, block knowledge or whatever. You know, it's like I don't know what's going on, but somewhere along the lines, Eazy would answer it with one way. He would say, it's all hate. But because of multiple situations around Eazy, and he's a very controversial person, you know, or figure in battle rap, people play with you. And when people think it's sweet or think they can get away with shit, like Easy's got to make an example out of somebody. Now, if this was all street shit, that's when somebody got to get beat the fuck up. Because like everybody just keeps robbing you or playing with you or punching you. You know what I'm saying? I don't even mean that like metaphorically. I'm just throwing that in there about how the streets are, people. Don't take that the wrong way. You end up having to make an example out of somebody, right? He could absolutely make an example out of Cassidy because Cassidy is out here torching him. Now, if he gets up there and drags Cassidy for 3 rounds, people won't even have the ability to get on camera and talk shit about him. They'll have to be quiet because he'll be coming off of a great performance and dragging somebody that it seems like a lot of people are getting behind to push right now. This is Cassidy's moment as far as good guy, bad guy, who we're champ. They drug him before with the Avengers shit, and now he's got people behind him now. Okay. How does Eazy drag somebody that did all of that in a promo run for 3 rounds and then get on camera and be like, oh, he ain't from? No, you gotta shut the fuck up. Now your interviews are corny now. You won't even be able to cut on a camera without getting flamed for. They're just like, now you are the hater because he got up there and had a classic performance. That's one thing that Eazy can gain. Eazy's bag, he already gets paid a lot of money. Could always get paid more. I would have loved to see his full all out promo run in the midst of this, but from a business standpoint, classic performances carry. They carry and they affect your bag. All right. If I'm not Cassidy, if Eazy gets up there and gets torched for 3 rounds by Cassidy, January, I'm gonna get on the phone with him and I'm gonna offer him half of the last amount that I offered him for a full circle. The disrespect, right? There's a lot to gain. You know what I'm saying? It's money, it's reputation, it's legacy on both sides. How about the I told you so factor? Okay. The I told you so factor is the type of shit that starts to add to these people's reputations going forward. Cassidy gets to say, all that shit that I told y'all, next time, if you didn't listen to me that time, next time you see me, or I say some shit on an interview, or I put some shit on my Instagram, Shut the fuck up and believe. If I tell you the duck could pull a truck, shut the fuck up and hook the duck up type shit. It's Martin, people. That's really the I told you so factor. And then Eazy gets to say, he gets to say all that mumbling, all that talk, all that hype, all the bloggers, all the fans, all the tweets, all the comments, everybody that thought I wasn't me because Cassidy was talking all this crazy shit in my direction and put. Those are the type of situations where the nigga gets off the stage and he don't even want to do no interviews. It's kind of a way of saying everybody kiss my ass. Yeah, I told you so factor. You know what I'm saying? So it validates their positions leading into the battle. And I think that matters. Last but not least, what if you lose? If who do I start with first? Do I start with Eazy or Cassidy? If Eazy loses, no, I'll go Cassidy first. If Cassidy loses, it even hurts the market a little bit. And here's one reason why. I'm one of the only people I ever seen out here in the culture saying, and I just did it earlier in this video and I fucked up. I'm going against my own rule. And I used to like say this to Jag behind the scenes, and I would hate that Jag would say it so much. But the word promo is not good. What do we call that in Hollywood or whatever? We call that the fourth wall or something like that, right? We're not supposed to say the word promo. Not Cassidy's not even supposed to be saying it right now. I'm up here promoting because it's almost a contradiction to telling me that everything I'm saying is true, right? The difference between selling a fight and us feeling some WWF shit versus feeling like, oh, Cassidy really believes everything that he's saying. Everything. You know what I'm saying? So if he was to lose badly, all the narratives and all the talk that he's saying is Eazy already lost. My shit is too real for him. He's fake. He's this. He's that. Eazy don't know the science. He raps with baby shit. All the one syllable raps that he does is horrible. If you lose clearly, right? The way it impacts the market is just like your promo run is looked at as pure promo. And that's not good for a consumer. You want a Cassidy, a Eazy, a whoever, a Loso, hopefully, to be able to get in front of the camera after they sign a contract and go ape shit on their opponent, and for us to believe what you're saying, for us to be brought into it, for us to actually feel like, I can't miss this shit. God damn, it looks like this nigga actually might slap the shit out of him when the camera's cut on. Or he's gonna expose him, or he might shoulder check him, or damn, is Shotgun Sugar gonna pocket check Hitman? You get it? And this is why the views and all that shit be up. The controversy, if who don't realize that the controversy sells at this point, but you don't want to let people know that it's a sale or that it's promo. So Cassidy losing hurts the market because people be like, oh, you're just trying to sell me. I shouldn't believe in all this stuff that you're saying. Because last time you did that, we didn't like your rounds and you got dragged by your fucking opponent. So, I don't know. You ain't going to charge me $79.99 for that pay-per-view next time. Nah, you're not. You're not. 30, 39, I'll believe it for $29.99 if I ain't doing nothing Saturday. It affects the market a little bit too, because Cassidy is that much of an impact. I believe that. I see that. I know that. I got the numbers and the bank statements to prove it. And then tax tax IRS knows it too. They like, even the IRS comes to me like, yo, you doing another max out? Y'all think y'all asked me for max out? Even the IRS wants me to do a fucking max out. They like, come on, buddy. Come on, give me my cut. You lower body tax-paying citizen ass motherfucker. Give me my cut. ARP, RBE. Come on, give me my money. Go ahead, do another max out. Go ahead, call Cassidy Hitman again. Go ahead, do it. Come on back. Give me my money, bitch ass nigga. Economy needs it right now. Real shit. I'm saying this sarcastically, but a lot of truth in jest, man. A lot of truth in jest. If that man loses, his career, his word, a lot is a lot is impacted. Okay, if Eazy loses, um, I hate to say this, but it's like I feel like his respect would come down because if Eazy clearly loses, it's going to be not because Cassidy got up there and said 20 random punchlines that made the whole building flip, like on some Rum Nitty shit or some Big K shit or some conceited shit or some B Magic shit. No, he keeps hinting. He keeps saying things. He keeps saying angles. He keeps saying TMZ. You see, I'm like, listen. It's gonna be because he gets up there and in rhyme and pattern format, he just makes his opponent look like shit. Okay, so that's all going to be tied to how people look at Eazy. His respect will take a hit. People will respect Eazy less. And on top of that, Cassidy, in a lot of battle rap purists' eyes, is the underdog. Okay? They're going to say you folded. They're going to say the guy that we don't believe has a classic performance under his belt yet dragged you. They're going to say, oh shit, all the stuff that Cassidy said was true. Now we got all these new angles about you, and everybody's going to say this about you for the rest. His respect will be damaged. Oh, you thought when I put this title up here, I was going to go easy on these two guys? No pun intended. Oh, no. I want you two guys to realize that's how I feel. And I think what I'm saying right now, a lot of people probably looking like, you know what? This is what you guys created, whether you wanted it this way or not. This no. This ain't no come and go battle. This ain't no fucking just two guys that we putting together because we think it's a good bar fest. This ain't that. This is Philadelphia personal. Who's gonna stand on whose side, and where's this nigga from? And is this gonna be a mascot in the front? And it's that. It's personal. This nigga Cassidy can't stop calling you a bitch ass nigga. He can't. He fucking can't be like after the battle, gloves or something. Nah, I'm joking. Real talk, man. This battle means more than just rhymes. And that's what y'all niggas made. And that's what we watched from the face off all the way. Look, you motherfuckers almost. Do you want me to believe you? How about that? That's what I like doing with these industry rappers that we talk about. I'm gonna get off this topic after this last point. This is what these industry rappers be doing to us, right? They want to make us believe how gangster and how real they are. The moment they get indicted, they want all their fans to sing a tune for them like it was all just studio shit. I'm sorry, but innocent or not, Dirk, you made me a believer over your career. To your credit, I don't think you're a studio rapper. I believe you're a whole gangster out here. Hey, Philly, I'll talk to y'all. You want to hear a more street known Philly rapper that's not known to the masses like that? Like a Skinny Me. If Skinny Me was to get on Twitter and start tweeting me threats when I see you, ARP, I promise you, I'm letting it go as soon as I see him because I believe you. You made me a believer. I believe you. You know what I'm saying? The believability that's tied to even Cassidy's side of the promo. It's like you could hear it in his voice, the conviction that he believes everything that he is saying. Do you really now want me to turn around, let you lose convincingly, have your narratives fall flat or possibly even be disproven and not act like it's not personal or it wasn't that level of grudge or type of battle? You want me to just treat it like a ball fest? No, you guys made me a believer. That face-off made me a believer. Even when I thought part of it was a little theatrical and somebody like Cassidy says, I had the whole shit under control. I could get under these niggas' skin. I know you a bitch ass nigga. You ain't gonna do nothing. So I got control of you. I think at the very end, Eazy was serious. The very end, I think he was being professional. I think he was in his face-off bag. Use a pussy, use a super pussy, use a bitch ass nigga, all of that. But then at the very end, when Cass said I should bring Pap, and I heard the way that Eazy started screaming, "Bring that bitch, bring him!" That's the part that I believe Eazy for. I believe that he was real passionate and serious about that. You guys made me a believer. Or tell me it's fake. Break the fourth wall and tell me that everything that you guys are saying and doing is promo then. And I won't look at it like that. I won't take it, I won't look at it like a personalized battle. I'll just treat it like a bar fest. I just trapped y'all, didn't I? It's what we want, man, as fans of battle rap. Give me a second. I'm going to move on to some other quick topics, people. If Tupac can claim Baltimore, Oakland, and Los Angeles, and he's from New York, no public criticism from rappers, what's the issue with Eazy claiming Philly? Okay. Um, I never said that, first of all, that Pac got away with that. The same way you just said it. People say that a lot. Here's a sorry shoe moment. I love you, Pac. Got all your albums. Rest in peace. Pac fans, don't get mad at me. West Coast, don't get mad at me. Don't think I'm on some East Coast shit right now. I'm not. Sorry, it's true though. Pac gets a lot of he was fake criticism. I don't know how loud it gets because we all protect his name. He's gotten the bisexual and the gay claims, right? Like the videos and the clips of him when he was like in art school or whatever, and he had the whole voice and the weird mannerisms and everything, right? People say that he was never really a gangbanger. He was just around Mob Pyru and Suge and these niggas. You know what I'm saying? He was a great actor, like literally, like actually metaphorically, like he was a great actor. He gets that a lot. He was turned out by rap and fame. Pac gets that a lot. I don't be killing him. I respect him and I uphold his name and his legacy. But Pac does get a lot of that. A lot of people be quick to say, he ain't even from there. And all of a sudden now it's California love. They say that about Pac a lot. So, but because I disagree with that piece, I'll still answer the rest of this, which is what's the issue with Philly? It's not, here's the thing. Where Eazy is really from would have never been an issue. It's a battle rap authenticity thing that is being used against him for other narratives as well of are you a liar? Are you authentic? Your name is Block Captain. Did you really have a block? You see what I'm saying? So the type of things that make or add to a battle rapper's image, because a battle rapper's image is paramount. Okay. What's one of the best attributes of show off other than what I believe his pen? His believability. His believability. Okay. What's one of Good's best attributes? They believe that he has the money that he raps about. Okay. What's one of the best attributes early on of Smack? I mean, not Smack, Mav. I was gonna say because of the Smack intro. You know what I'm saying? Of Mav smacking a nigga or hitting a nigga. Hell, he puts it in his MEO intro, right? The only smack rapping out of smack rappers. Image. Image. Think about it. Like Mav was there's people that used to be scared around Mav. Like scared to be in the same room as him, as if he's not a whole human. But until like the disaster situation, it's because everybody can get stolen, everybody's human, but it's like the whole world just looked at him like as if he was like fucking Wayne Perry or some shit. Like real shit. And I could keep going. I can just keep going and going and going and going and going with believability and how much it's in the DNA of battle rap. Look at one of the biggest moments of this year. It is Jay Mills, DNA, You Never Been Outside. Why? Because of even shit like a 15-year-old lyric following DNA of clapping a machete. I'm good. Listen to me, people. Never been outside. It's in the DNA, pun now intended, of battle rap, your believability. That comes with your authenticity. That comes from coming from the hard parts and the rough areas and the hood and the ghetto and the jacks and all that type of shit. Because God forbid you's a whole battle rapper talking and rapping this aggressive shit and you grew up around a whole fucking field of roses. It doesn't work. And Philly is known for what? Murder Cappy. So this is why it does matter in battle rap. In my real life, in my reality, it don't mean shit. I don't give a fuck where Eazy is from. I don't give two shits. He could be from fucking he could be from Saudi Arabia for I don't give a fuck. If you're a cool nigga, you're a cool nigga. You're a real nigga, you're a real nigga. You're a stand-up man, you're a stand-up man. I'll shake your hand. I'll do business with you. I'll kick it with you. I'll talk with you. I'll build with you. I don't give a fuck where you from. I cared about that shit when I was young. But that's not the case in battle rap. Battle rap has its rules, its elements, its expectations. This is a blog on itself, this question. I could manage. I could give y'all some advice. Y'all don't hit my line though. Figurative language, the science says Loso sounds like a jealous girl talking about Cassidy. Only promotes so good because he gets paid so much. Sounds like a pocket watcher. I didn't like him mentioning 200. I didn't like him mentioning a number. And I didn't like him saying popping out every 2 years as if negotiations didn't fall flat for Cassidy like 4 times, even after the Freeway and the John battle both fell out. You know what I'm saying? The guy's been trying to battle. And he's here now, and he has top 3 biggest energies of the whole 2025. It's J Mills and Goods, Hitman versus Mook, and Cassidy versus Eazy. Those are the top 3 energies of 2025. We've had hundreds of battles. Let's show some fucking appreciation. Jay says, my pet peeve is when battlers give their angles away before the battle. And you know what they're going to rap about. Hopefully this battle will live up to the hype. Most don't. We shall see. The anticipation of will it live up to a hype is even making people pay for it. But I love this 1206. You crazy, Jay. But for everybody that doesn't follow the stream a lot, she does coded super chats a lot, Jay. But here's the thing that we all know. It's not in battle rap, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Okay. I can tell you angles that's gonna come in Mook's next battle, Twerk's next battle, JC's next battle, Calico's next battle, Rex's next battle, maybe Geechee's next battle, Jazz. I could tell you expected angles, and I can hear some of these battlers use some of these angles to pull at their opponents before they take the stage, right? It's chipping away the armor before you fully swing the sword at a fucking exposed area and try to cut a jugular or some shit. That's the point of some of the narratives that people use before the battle. Like, at least if you're going to be tactical and you're actually warring instead of just I'm just going floating through the motions. If you're warring, you know what I'm saying? You making certain moves for certain reasons. And if you warring, you don't tell the enemy I'm flanking from the right. Well, actually, if you tell the enemy you flanking from the right and you make him believe you flanking from the right, what side do you actually flank from? The fucking left. So yeah, I would bet money Cassidy's going to use in some form or another the shit that he's been saying in the interviews. But if that's all he got, then he's not as smart of a battle rapper as I think he is. I'm just being real. Jay also says, I want to see Eazy bring the energy he had versus Chess to this battle. I want to see Cassidy bring that Cassidy the problem energy. One thing that both of these guys do, from all of my memory, is they respect their opponent while they're rapping. Eazy shows great performance and at times aggression too. Easy to get up and pop your earlobe, screaming in your ear and shit. And Cassidy will actually Eazy performs much more than Cassidy. But Cassidy still has this like believability factor to him when he's just sitting there and his face is like, you don't know what I'm talking about when I say you threw the John by his hand. And it's just like, yo, like his facial expression, everything. But they're professional. That's one thing I give them from just about everything I remember seeing from them. So that's dope. You know what I mean? And when you say the type of energy, ball wise, I expect A+ game from both of them. It's a huge battle. It's a huge battle. And performance wise and aggression wise, it should be there just from being a man, because you know that the adrenaline and the grudge you should be getting off your chest based on how you feel towards this person. Like the disgust that Cassidy is saying in the direction towards Easy in this promo run, I should be able to see that in his energy when the man is in front of him now. He should have, when he's screaming on Caps and ranting and whatnot, I should see that similar energy now that the man is in front of you. And Easy, you called him a whole super pussy and all this type of shit, and y'all face off after the face off and everything. Keep that same energy now that you guys are doing it in art form and get it off your chest. I should see the energy. So I'm really not worried about that from either one of them, to be honest, Jay. I'm not. I'm happy Goods voice. Good evening, Bam. Shout out to Goods, by the way. Shout out to Goods. I was just texting with Goods earlier. Shout out to Goods. Mr. Sandman is here. Says Tupac parents were Black Panthers. His mom relocated to Oakland when he was a teenager because that's where the Panthers were rooted. Different situation. We know about his moms, definitely. But what's your point for this? And I see your flag that your default too. What's your point though? I'm not trying to take away from his lineage. I'm just being honest about the conversation that's been around him and his reputation for many years. It's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like if I got a backlash from my take earlier, you know what I would do, right? I would cut on the stream and I would bring all the shit up and I would show you guys and be like, where do you think I got it from? But respect to his lineage, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that about Pop, 100%. The Mixed Bag Podcast, Salute G says, "Nah, I'm just tuning in from the top of that Dodgers fit. Is fire, ARP. Thank you. I got this in black too with the rose on the side. Is it black? Yeah, it's black. I got this in black too. Oh, is it New York or is it LA? Either way, I got this in black. Well, it's not white up there. But I got this from not Culture Club. Was it Culture Club? Not Urban Outfitters neither. The one in Vegas, the big one with the super hat wall in it. I'm going blank now. I'm tripping. It's like one of my favorite places to shop in Caesars. But anyway, Justin 513 says best Eazy the Block freestyle. ARP freestyle. I'm not going to be the most experienced in his freestyles, to be honest. I've heard a bunch of his songs. Everybody knows the most notable one is probably Top Tier. I'm just way more in tune with Eazy as a battle rapper, but I do respect some of the music that I've heard from him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be the one to say what his best freestyle it is. I'm not sure, to keep it 1,000. And the Mixed Bag Podcast said, became a member. Salute to you, G. Welcome to the gang, green gang, whichever way y'all want to say it. Secret Society, all we ask is trust. I put a lot of our clips up for convenience as members. I put some exclusives up for y'all as well. There'll be some year-end exclusives for you guys. When I sponsor battles, I do full circles. They always go up first for members. The more and more content I do, I gotta actually filter it out and put more as members only because we put so much content on the channel these days. And I'm revving up even more, you know. So, and I got a bunch of people you're gonna be seeing me do more collabs with people that are consistent bloggers and streamers, and we're having conversations behind the scenes about three people about consistently featuring on each other's platforms. So, this was a lot. This was an hour we're at for this topic. I hope I kept it entertaining and I hit some good points for you guys, whether you agree or disagree. If you disagree with anything I said, drop a comment below. I'll respond to the comment if I catch it, if it's interesting and intriguing, or if I think that maybe I misspoke on something or I didn't explain it a certain way. Other than that, even if you have positive feedback on this topic breakdown, let me know below. Drop a comment. But it's time to move on because shit, I didn't know I was gonna take an hour on that. But that fucking tweet that got sent to me 15 minutes before I cut the stream on sent me on a 30-minute rant. What's this? What is that? Oh no, that's the Twitter. All right, I wanted to go to this topic. Hey, sorry, it's true time, people. I want to go to this topic from yesterday because we spoke about the Nicki Minaj situation. Reports coming out that she's about to lose like a $20 million mansion because of a $500,000 judgment. And I was just like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Number one, Nicki Minaj, if she doesn't have access to $500,000, I'd kind of be surprised. Meaning that $500,000 to save your $20 million mansion, I feel like she can do that. That's number one. Number two, if for some reason one of the biggest, most successful, not just female rappers, but rappers of all time did not have $500,000, she knows people that can give it to her or even loan it to her. Hey, Drake, man, can I borrow this 500 real quick? Yeah, she can get it. She could even do work to get it. You know what I'm saying? And there'd be payment plans on all types of shit on legal judgments. So I didn't understand it. So I left it alone. And before I cut the stream on, I went back and got a little bit more hip and refreshed of what really took place. So let's start here. This guy, Wyden Mueller, I believe that's the security guard's last name. Okay, so Wyden Mueller sued Minaj and her husband in January of 2022, accusing Petty of attacking him from behind and punching him in the face when Wyden Mueller defended a woman he worked with, also a security guard, during the altercation with Minaj at the 2019 concert in Frankfurt. Wyden Mueller said that Minaj was annoyed that the security guard allowed a fan to jump the barricade and get on stage. Minaj yelled at the security guard and recorded the exchange. Wyden Mueller interjected, telling Minaj that the security guard's career might be ruined due to Minaj's recording. Okay. Minaj then allegedly threw a shoe at Wyden Mueller and missed. Wyden Mueller's interaction with Petty came after. I now have 5 plates in my jaw, and my jaw has not been fully reconstructed. Wyden Mueller wrote in a statement, the doctor must still insert implants into my jaw as a part of the reconstruction process. In the interim, the doctors have inserted donor bone. Damn, donor bones as well? Shit, and plates? Donor bones from a deceased. What? You can tell I didn't read this shit yet, the full thing. And I grabbed what I needed, but damn. Donor bones from a deceased person into my mouth in order to preserve space for the future implants. He got hit the right way. You know, there's a lot of men with physicality and athleticism that can throw 80-mile, 90-mile-per-hour punches, right? And if it lands the wrong way, especially if your jaw was loose, you didn't expect it or whatever, your genetics is like damaging. I don't believe that. It's not that Mike Tyson hit the nigga in his prime. It's just the stars line up and a lot of men could do that to you. Damn. But bone donations, whatever, from a corpse. He was awarded the money last week when Minaj and Petty failed to respond to this lawsuit. So mind you, people, this was a default judgment. Okay. Now, I don't know if she took it serious, and it happened in Germany, right? I'll still say allegedly. I don't know if it's because allegedly she didn't take it serious. Maybe she felt like nobody gonna catch up with me behind this. Fuck you. It is what it is. Or maybe just felt like it's not serious from the other side, or you don't have no evidence, or I don't know. But if somebody goes to this length for you and knowing that you are a multi megastar millionaire, right? You got to lawyer up and defend yourself. Because no, they know that the bag is there and they want it. They know that they can get $500,000. I believe that this person filed for like 700,000 plus and ended up on a 500,000 plus judgment decision, but they didn't show up. They didn't contest it. They didn't fight it. Okay. So that's what the judge came down with. Next up, in March, Rolling Stone Vibe and Enemy reported that a judge granted a default judgment. There you go. In the case after the couple failed to respond to a lawsuit claiming Petty broke Weidemuller's jaw during the aforementioned incident at the Frankfurt show. Rolling Stone's reports noted that Weidemuller allegedly engaged in a verbal altercation with Minaj at the defense of the security team member, ultimately resulting in the rapper allegedly hurling her shoe at him before he was struck by Petty. And there it is. Requested $21,000 to cover medical bills and $700,000 to cover ongoing injuries, as well as his emotional pain and suffering, according to the Rolling Stone. Ultimately, he was awarded $318,000, which was awarded to Weidemuller under the default judgment. Okay, so there you have that piece. Real quick, as we're continuing to step through this, you celebrities, man, you can't live in the clouds so long that you lose touch with nobody's above this fucking law, and everybody stop acting so untouchable and invincible, and you could just do whatever you want because you got money and power and people that'll ride for you, whatever. Anybody could be touched, anybody could be sued, anybody could fall from graces, anybody's career could be disrupted, anybody could be thrown in jail. It happens to the best of them. Wesley Snipes had to go sit down for what? Tax evasion? R. Kelly's sitting in there right now singing the fucking people birthday fucking ballads over the jail phone. The greatest R&B artist of all time, Nicki. And Cardi did the same shit. Okay? She was at what? Was it the Vegas show or whatever? We seen her throw the shit into the crowd. Motherfuckers throw microphones in the crowd. Motherfuckers kick people in the front of the stage. You people don't know how to preserve yourself, knowing that you're gonna be in front of. Unfortunately, I'm not saying that these people aren't wrong and they're not disrespecting and that it's not crazy what they do, but this is some of what you have to prepare your mind for, knowing that this is the job that you take. I'm not trying to validate or stick up for somebody that's going to be in the front row and throw something at you, right? But that's what security's job is supposed to be for. And if security don't protect you, you need to walk the fuck off the stage, and the promoter still owes you money. The venue still something, or maybe you should sue. You know what I'm saying? Maybe more of these fans need to get sued instead of just hitting them back and then y'all losing millions of dollars. These fans need to get sued. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But a judge is on the verge now, this is current, of forcing Nicki Minaj to sell her $20 million Los Angeles mansion to pay out a security guard after a default judgment. Rolling Stone reports Judge Cindy Panuco recently awarded the security guard Thomas Weidemuller to $500,000 after he sued, blah, 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 blah. Where's the piece of the crib that made sense? Okay, so this is why it's not fully set in stone yet, people. The judge says, quotes, "My tentative is to grant this," Panuco said at the hearing. "I just want to make sure we're getting it right." The judge said that the only outstanding document in the application to force the sale of the rapper's home was a statement from the Bank of America showing how much Minaj's $13.3 million mortgage she has already paid since purchasing the home in October 2022. Let's say there's no bidder who offers the full $20 million and it goes up for auction and they don't get a fair market value and it doesn't cover everything, Panuco explained. If it doesn't cover what the sale is required to cover, including the judgment, in the instance, then I would use the evidence to help me make that determination. So here's an example of that. If I buy the house for $20 million and I've only paid into $100,000 in equity or into the principal of the mortgage, right? Even if you sell it for $20 million, there's only 100 minus fees and all types of that's available, which means that you forced the sale of this home and it doesn't cover the 500 grand that the security guard is owed. Now, it's saying that she has a $13.3 million mortgage, but there was reports that the house is worth 20 million. So technically, if you pay 13.3 and it's worth 20, on top of what you put down and on top of whatever principal you paid into, even just from the market going up or the price of the house or the value of the home going up, you're supposed to have what? 6.7. So that's supposed to be 6.7 million that's available, plus the equity that she paid into the principal, right? like plus whatever down payment that she put. So it should far exceed the $500,000. But the judge is doing the right thing, saying, "Let me get this on paper from Bank of America." So that's supposedly the last piece that the judge is waiting for. And last but not least, just from an entertainment standpoint, of course, if this had the actual address, I wouldn't bring it up here, even if it's Nicki Minaj or anything. I wouldn't do that. I don't believe in trying to put people's addresses on the internet. I think that's disgusting. I think that's dangerous. I think people should be sued for that type of shit. And if I ever do that, I promise you it's by accident. I never want to put people's addresses up here. But this one comes from businessandrhymes.com. And I did see this type of post with just the look of the front on like Yahoo and all types of websites and everything. So I'm not violating people, but it says Nicki Minaj and this was what posted on December 2022. So this was an article that's probably just bigging her up. Nicki Minaj buys 19 million Hidden Hills mansion. Nicki Minaj recently purchased an all-new estate in Hidden Hills, a guard-gated city in the San Fernando Valley of California for 19.5 million. Built new this year so it was brand new that she built it. I mean, that she bought it. It's a 2020. The house ain't even 5 years old. That's beautiful. A new development. Built new this year by local developer. The big modern farmhouse never officially hit the market. She's the first person to live in it. It sold before the listing on MLS, according to the property realtor's remarks stated on Dirt, at nearly 12,000 square feet. If you know the history of this channel, you know I love real estate. You know, every once in a blue moon, we pull up properties and say, look how pretty this is. 12,000 square feet, 8 bedrooms, 9 full bathrooms, 2 powder rooms. There are also a separate guest house and possible cabana in the backyard. Cabana don't really mean too much, but plus a saltwater pool and a spa, and a Baja shelf for sunbathing. So saltwater pools are very, very common. Believe it or not, saltwater pools still have chlorine in them. It's just for the killing of the bacteria and everything. But saltwater is very, very common for people that invest in nice pools because it's better on your skin. Okay, like gone are those old days where everybody had an above the ground pool and it was just pure fucking chlorine. Black people would get out of them fucking pools with white skin and scratching and cracking skin and all that. Nobody does that anymore. Everybody goes for salt. Just you should. Everybody goes for salt water. All right, salt water is way better for your skin. Guest house is dope. Cabana really don't mean too much to me. You guys know what powder rooms are, right? Look, man, you get to certain levels, man. You're not talking about common shit. You're talking about jacuzzis and heated bathroom or shower floors and infinity edge pools and powder rooms. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about luxury styles, man. You're not talking about even shades and most of the glass and the windows and doors, man. You talk about gated private properties with security at the front gate and shit. Beautiful. Look at the hills in the background, man. You see why this shit is. And one of the reasons why I wanted to go to the property to close out this topic is because I'm just like, it's such a beautiful property. It's worth so much. And from the value either going up plus, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way you let this property go based on what Nicki Minaj is worth. We pulled that up yesterday. It says she's worth from 130 to 150 million dollars is her worth. I don't know what she has sitting around in liquid available, but Nicki Minaj does not let this 2022 build 12,000 square foot brand new build go because she owes somebody $500,000. I just don't see it happening. It would be one of the most stubborn things I've ever witnessed. Ever. I would have to get more details on Nikki, how the fuck did you let this property go with all that equity that you have in it for 500 grand? And I don't want to sound like 500 grand is peanuts, but for her and for what I think she has access to, for what the house is worth, for the equity that's in the house, for the amount of money she could go make by putting a tour on real quick, or the fucking people that's in her phone book, no, for her, I'm sorry. I gotta sneeze at that $500,000. I don't understand it. How we're at a point where we're talking about a judge waiting to get a bank letter from fucking Bank of America. I don't understand. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm not even the biggest Nicki fan, but I don't want to see the woman lose what she built right there, $20 million home over that shit, man. I don't. I don't. That's just me being real, man. So when it comes to this scenario of her possibly losing her home, shout out to Nicki. Shout out to Nicki. All right, Dame. Um, we're not getting out of here without talking to you. And of course, this is related to Diddy. Okay. So once upon a time, Dame went to the Breakfast Club. You guys remember we was covering him all week long, right? But remember when he said this to 50 Cent about the Diddy documentary?
I'd like you to every single thing that you've been saying when I'm not here and question you've had now that I'm here. I'd like you to ask me. You too. So what were your questions? You were saying something.
Did you own Paid in Full? Like, how did 50 Cent acquire ownership of Paid in Full?
Ask you a question. Let's put this in.
Gee, that's not how this works, Dave. No.
You just cut me off. Now I want you to notice every time you do this.
Okay.
And you would get, they would say I'm bugging if I yell, but please let me complete my sentence. And please don't tell me how we do things. That's going to be a trigger. Do you remember when 50 Cent was supposed to be putting out a documentary about Puff on Netflix?
Yes.
Where is it?
I think it's still happening.
Yeah, right. He's capping. Well, I talk a different language than most people. I'm a boss. So number one, there is no rights to be bought. So I knew he was.
He's cap. He's cap. Dame, I don't be doubting 50. He does owe us one when it comes to the Big Meech documentary, right? He said the girl Tammy, he's gonna do a documentary with her. Called the man a rat. Okay. I'm waiting for that. But I ain't calling him cap. Rick Ross made the mistake too. He said, 50. Where's this big Tyler Perry build out that you promised us? You know, the loan's not coming through or something like that. Next thing you know, we turned around and said, oh shit, it's under development. You don't count out 50. Even if 50 doesn't want to do the shit that he's saying, I feel like he's the type of person to do it just to prove you wrong. That level of petty and also that level of power and money. Okay. So it seems to be official. 50 Cent new Diddy documentary debuts on Netflix next week. Who's going to be watching this? I'm going to be watching it, man. I got to see what this fucking guy's trying to do to Diddy, man. That's crazy. 50 Cent's long tease Diddy documentary is debuting on Netflix next week on Tuesday, November 25th. Oh, shit, that was yesterday. Oh, it's out now? Oh shit, I'm behind. It's out. When I hang up this tree, so I'm going to the R. Kelly shit was good too. I ain't gonna lie when it was on his heels, but announced 50 Cent executive produced documentary series titled Sean Combs, The Reckoning will premiere. Oh no, okay. It says premiering on December 2nd. Oh, it was announced yesterday. Okay, my bad. I was about to say I'm watching that shit tonight. It's going to premiere on the 2nd. Okay, good. So you guys got to roll out some promotion first. Duh. The series is directed by Emmy Award-winning director Alexandria Stapleton and will include 4 60-minute episodes. Damn. Miniseries. Okay. Other executive producers include Stacy Scripter, David Carabanis, Ariel Brozel, and Brad Bernstein. Through explosive, never-before-seen materials, including exclusive interviews with those formerly in his orbit, the doc will explore Puff's rise and fall. I wonder if he's going to have people that were in the trial. I've been committed to real storytelling for years through G-Unit film and television. 50 Cent said in a statement, I'm grateful to everyone who came forward and trusted us with their stories. and proud to have Alexandria Stapleton as a director on the project to bring this important story to this. That seems to be a direction that 50 is going in. So here he is with one of the most, if not the most talked about trial in 2025 or in maybe many years, Diddy's trial, right? And you end up with all these exclusive rights and debut a docu-series on Netflix. And what was the other one that he allegedly that Dame was just talking shit about? The Paid in Full, right? Um, we heard that he's gonna do the Wayne Perry one, right? I mean, even the BMF one was before the fallout, pretty much centered around who else? Big Meech, right? So this is a cool direction for this guy, and and if he keeps delivering them, he's going to be the go-to for these high-profile figures, hood figures as well, and that's dope. That's dope, man. I wouldn't mind seeing another Griselda Blanco documentary. I know Cocaine Cowboys was dope, and I wouldn't mind seeing another Griselda Blanco or a Wayne Perry joint or a Guy Fisher or another Frank Lucas or a new era Alpo. I wouldn't mind if that's the type of shit he's gonna do. But damn, the Diddy one, you gotta feel like a lot of that shit is petty based. What is this? What is this? Is this trailer?
You can't continue to keep hurting people and nothing ever happens. Just a matter of time.
Yeah, it's real. Ain't nobody using that Netflix logo without permission. It's real. Nobody's using that Netflix shit without permission, B. Oh shit. December is lit. We in the middle of Derry. I got Stranger Things about to start, and I got this coming on. It's lit December. I got a lot of shit to watch. Dope. All right, it is what it is. But back to you, Dame. You know he had to spin a block on you, right? Look at his last post. How many followers does it have? 35, almost 36 million followers he has on his Instagram. And he puts up Dame Dash. Whatever you do, don't believe people like this. They're desperate looking for attention. At 50 cent, what is that? Whatever that taction, whatever. Happy holiday. Oh my God. Damn, Dame. Dame thought his bullshit was done for the year and the controversy was done. You better shut up before you try to do one on you. He's sick. I don't want no problems with 50 Cent. B. No, I don't think anybody does, man. What the fuck? All right, last but not least, man. We've already covered up to date the Queso trial, the Queso verdict, the Queso sentencing. Recently we brought up his father's sentencing. He was given time served. So he could be home right now for all we know. But this was a new clip that came out. This was also his co-defendant that told on him, something that the judge is saying to him.
A lot of that indeed stopped because of your complete and full cooperation. So I'm going to give you the benefit of that, because all of those people who your attorney just named would not have been arrested and convicted but for your information and cooperation.
Damn. Yo, is this guy gonna have a tough time in jail or not, or prison? Is he not gonna have a tough time, V? Oh my God. Imagine all the homies just get to sit and watch them saying everybody that I just named would not have gotten arrested if not for your cooperation. So thank you. That's the reason why I'm giving you 25 years instead of 75 years. Jesus Christ. And he's sitting there shaking his head like a dog, like a little puppy. Just, yeah, I did help you, Judge. Come on now, hook me up. Yo. And these be killers, shooters, gangsters, gangbangers. She threw him out there, B. All right. That's the streets that we all want to stay away from, hopefully, right? Where was we here? After our new member joined the Mixed Bag podcast, this was one that came in, I believe. What is Easy's best use of his current silence December 6th? It would be the win, and then he gets to do the I told you so piece that I broke down. That would be that would be the use of it. I think that he's handcuffed, and I think that him coming out and trying to promote against or with Cassidy won't do him any justice, because he got too many talking points, too many angles, too much people coming out and speaking again. It could force a lot of people to say, I just got to win on stage. And that's my opinion of what happened to Easy in this promo run. Doesn't make him a bad guy. Just means that, you ran into a guy that really applied so much pressure to you that, Easy was the one that tweeted, I'm going to start my promo next week. He never did. So shout out to you also, No Shun. My mere thoughts is here, says, if that story is true, 500,000 isn't enough for lifelong medical issues. I don't know. I don't want to try to be a judge for that. If I'm doing my job and I'm just a civilian security guard, and one person hits me with a shoe and another person is responsible for me getting a deceased person's bones inserted into my jaw and metal plates put into my face, I don't know if I have a price on that. Like, I feel like nobody would have argued however that would have went. If the judgment would have came down, hey, default judgment, $1.5 million for the injuries, for the emotional distress, the loss of your career going forward, or whatever. I don't think anybody would have been like, geez, that's too much. And if it comes back 500, I don't think, what I'm saying? Like, it sounds like a fucked up situation, and there's no footage, and I wasn't there. But what I will say is, I believe allegedly there's multiple moments of irresponsibility. Nicki Minaj, keep your shoes on your fucking foot. And also, I say this the same thing I say when we do the topics about girls and their big brothers and their fathers. And the same thing goes for women with or wives with their husbands, right? If you need help, if you need protection, you're supposed to be able to go to the men in your life, okay? But you're not supposed to abuse the power. And the reason why I'm going here is because I've seen Nicki Minaj threaten people with her husband before. I've seen that. People feel empowered when they feel like they got somebody that'll do dirt for them or get their hands dirty for them. So I wouldn't be surprised if she enticed it, or even if she didn't, he felt empowered to do that for her. And not just because it's his wife, because I feel like there's just certain people that react opposite. Here's an example. Kanye West, Beyonce, and Jay-Z, once upon a time, people would look as family. Hell, even Kanye West looked at Jay-Z as, my big brother was my, right? As family. Okay? When he ran on that stage and snatched that award from Taylor Swift or whatever and said, Beyonce, blah, blah, blah. Remember Beyonce's reaction? Beyonce wasn't, yeah, get that bitch. She was, Beyonce don't come off like somebody that's out here sick in the wolves because she's a whole billionaire. Nicki Minaj does. She says that she comes off like that, and she says those type of things. My husband, box my, you throwing people. Didn't she just do that with the football player? Why don't you box my husband? You see what I'm saying? So that's the end, and she's the breadwinner. So the energy in his mind also isn't, my wife is a de-escalator. My wife is the type of person to tell me, don't fuck up the bag, don't fuck up our image, don't have us in court. My wife is the one to look at me and say, you ain't gonna break that nigga jaw. He disrespected the queen, Nicki Minaj. That's the energy that I see. So he does something, allegedly, and now just saying. All right. I'm caught up. We are hour 30 in. I really enjoyed this stream because it was focused more on our takes. I got to do more building, talking, angles, opinions than reacting. You know, I could do reactions all day long. You guys know I can build a whole timeline of a bunch of videos and current events and say, look at this, look at this, look at this, and then give you a take. This wasn't a reaction and a take day for us. This was no, let's sit down and talk. And I obviously enjoy that just as much, people. So appreciate y'all hanging around. And once again, respectful, constructive criticism and feedback in the comments below. I read a lot of the comments, even if I don't answer to them. So I'll check y'all out. I learn more of the names in the comments too. Who's who's around. Some of the people that's always dropping comments, I recognize them and I see them sometimes on the stream and whatever. You know what I mean? And last but not least, before I get out of here, I haven't done this in a while. Shout out to my members. J-Main is here. Shout out to J-Main 34. Shout out to my mod. You Tried It 215 is here. Of course, our member mod J. Who else is here? Who else is here? Who else is here? Our member on our mod Supreme is here. Okay. Twiz, our member is here. What's good, Twiz? Good to see you, homie. Oh man, y'all was active in today's chat, huh? Y'all wasn't playing in today's chat. Did I miss anything crazy? You guys got me looking at some of the, if I missed any crazy questions. I don't want to continue to stream and go back into shit. Y'all don't want me to get back into my bag. But y'all was not playing. All right, shout out to the entire chat today, man. I appreciate y'all. I will be back tomorrow, even though it's Thanksgiving. You won't find me when it's time to eat. But other than that, hanging back, watching all the games, football, basketball. I'm in the crib, relaxing in family mode. And somewhere before the festivities start to kick off, we're going to be here to hang out. And we'll see what we'll talk about. Probably some bullshit, but I'll catch y'all in a second.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry Street Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.
I think still got a gun.